Hi, my name's Emily Bader, and I'm playing Lady Jane Grey.
Hi, my name's Bluemel, and I play Guilford Dudley.
My name's Jordan Peters, and I play King Edward.
The script is a dream. I mean, seriously, like, the writing style is so quick-witted, and it's romantic, it's funny, it's got so much adventure, and I think my character was described in the audition as Blondie meets Jane or Elizabeth Bennet
Oh wow!
from Pride and
that's
Prejudice, which I think is, how do you not want that job? So it was just so exciting to even audition for it.
Yeah, I think the thing that like struck me was that how unique it felt. I couldn't really like put it into a particular bracket at all. It just felt like something that had a little bit of everything and something that I hadn't seen before. So yeah, I was desperate to read on.
Yeah, similar to me with Edward, like when I first read the script, it was nothing that I've ever auditioned for, not anything that I've seen on TV before. So I was like, yeah, this is a challenge I want to take on, and I'm just glad that I got the job.
The Brits have dominated the American market, if we're being honest, because they're just so amazing, like truly. I mean, so it was a lot to live up to because I know their standards are very high. But thankfully, I had so much support around me. Louise Jones, my dialect coach, is so awesome.
She was great. I was working with her as well because
Yeah, we both did, actually.
my accent's London, so just getting into RP.
After, you know, like a couple weeks of just being in London, being with them 24/7 and not talking in my normal American accent, it kind of just became second nature.
Gee, at first, we did rehearsals
We
at
did.
the studio, Garden Studios. Yeah, which was great.
And you took me to coffee.
Took you to coffee.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I know.
Because you don't have any scenes together.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
just,
know.
it just would have been nice.
It would have been nice. It would have been nice.
We'll get
Look,
coffee
we had
after
to bond. You guys don't even get to act it.
I know, it's such a shame. But yeah, it was just lovely just having that chance to bond and to explore the characters and explore what the scene could be, what could not be. Just having a chance to explore, which is lovely.
I think we all get along so well. It's weird.
Yeah, it was easy. It was easy. It just sort of like we met each other and liked each other, which was really nice.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen every time.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
I think for me, I don't know, I'm not going to speak for either of you. For me, I did no research for the character because I think that what is so fun about this show is the departure from history and putting our own big stamp on it. And if you get bogged down, from my point of view, in the real Guilford Dudley, who was like a 17-year-old like man that they don't really know anything about, there's just a few like portraits of him to go off of, and like he married Lady Jane Grey and then was executed. Like, you can get stuck in that. So I really wanted to put my own stamp on Guilford and just enjoy the sort of the uniqueness of the show, which is that it doesn't care about history.
Yeah, same with me. I spent a lot of time on Pinterest actually, I was going in a deep hole Pinterest, just looking at kings and how they sit, like how regal they are, how they walk. But also just reading the book My Lady Jane that is inspired, our show is inspired by. Just getting just the characteristics of King Edward and relationship with Lady Jane, and how he was treated and just what his life was like, just to get more of an idea. Because it was hard just going Google searching for King Edward and you just see portraits. It just didn't really help me approach the character. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think that you know, our writers had such a clear vision of what they wanted.
Yeah.
That they were definitely like leading us through, because it is such a departure. You know, we are undoing the truth of Lady Jane Grey purposefully, because the reality is we don't know too much about her, and what we do know is probably altered because in order to write history, they had to basically abandon her to save their own lives. So it was really fun to just get to make it kind of my own and try to, you know, focus on the cool parts about her, her sort of fighting spirit.
Guilford wears a lot of leather. It was like in the heat of summer, and it was sort of it really stretched me physically, the amount that I was sweating on set.
I mean, I want to say the accent, but that's boring.
No, that's not boring.
And the accents, I mean, you made it
you
look
smashed
70s.
it.
Do you know, to do a more interesting answer, perhaps just like the, I don't know if we can spoil, but she has she comes into a lot of power, and that's not something that I've ever felt like I've been close to, obviously. So I think dealing with that sort of responsibility was a challenge.
For me, it was just being a king. Like, just having that power. It was just adapting to that. It was a lot of fun. Not gonna lie, man. It's people call me Your Majesty and stuff.
You enjoy it?
I love it.
Though, you know?
Yeah.
I think episode 8, the last episode, is my favorite episode. It's everything good about the show comes together in this like fireworks explosion, and I think it's also a very satisfying ending.
Yeah. I'm a big fan, I think, of episode 3.
3 is good.
Episode 3 is sort of, you feel like the show does such a good job of establishing the world and setting it all up, and then episode 3 is where it really feels like we can live in the world now. It's all been like established, and start having some fun.
I think same as Emily. Episode 8, just the finale was just the way it came together. I was like,
It's very epic.
epic. That's it. That's a good word. Epic. Yeah.
I think that beyond just the female gaze that we're sort of personifying and like pushing, it's also this story of otherness and persecution of otherness. And I think that can mean so many different things to so many different people, which is why the show can be so relatable.
Yeah.
And no, continue.
I was just gonna carry on from what you're saying. But I think the great thing about fantasy always is that you can talk about things that relate to us in the real world through a lens that is accessible from so many different angles. So there's some great allegories in this show that I think many people will find themselves being seen, and I think that's really lovely.
Going off there saying, the otherness. Is this a spoiler? It's talking about the Ethiopians? Is that a spoiler?
I think you can say it.
It's just the obvious of the Ethiopians. It's just, there's so much that you can relate to, and I think it includes everyone. Just about, holding something in and just afraid of coming out or being who you are, or expressing yourself. I think that relates to quite a lot of people, pretty much everyone. And I think the show shows that really well.